just talk about the different things we've noticed since we moved out here in the rural area compared to how it is living in the city. So, number one. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi and even television. I guess maybe because we're more into the valley, why Wi-Fi reception is horrible. And very limited companies out here offer Wi-Fi. So even big competitors like Bell and Rogers,
yeah.
we couldn't go with them. They don't offer Wi-Fi out here. And television, we have to have satellite television. It's a big difference. Two, a big one that Cristian and I noticed.
Number 2.
Is there's no Uber Eats, there's no DoorDash, there's not even like if you call a restaurant and say can we get it delivered.
No delivery service to this area.
So we can order food, we just have to drive 20 to 30 minutes out to get the food. So that's a little bit inconvenience, but hopefully that once we start growing things, like even going to the supermarket is another 20 to 30 minute drive to get to a supermarket.
Yeah.
So we're hopefully once we start growing things, we can have everything local here and just stock up on meats like chicken and beef and anything else.
Whatever's local around here.
Yeah, and just put it in the freezer so we don't have to travel so much to get to supermarkets.
Yeah, because here in this area we have pig farmers, we have sheep farmers, we have cow farmers. So we can approach them and say, hey, you know what, can we have half a cow, half a pig or whatever, and stock up that way. And we know that the meat is local and the meat is good. So that's what we're most happy about, actually. And then hopefully, our services here in terms of what we're growing here will reduce our travel to the city for supermarkets or anything like that by about 80%. That'd be fantastic.
I just said that.
So what?
Number 3.
Let's say, okay, we moved in and we noticed a few things that needed to be fixed. For instance, like lights, some electric socket. Like Cristian does not want to touch anything electric.
Nope.
So to get a electrician out here,
You have to pay a premium.
we have to pay a premium for somebody who wants to come out here to do the job. And if they even want to do the job,
Yeah.
some people don't even want to drive out here. So,
Nope.
so electricians, plumbers, a handyman. It looks like we are going to have to do some more YouTubing and figure out how to fix things around the house.
Yeah, on our own. That's right.
But you know what else that we noticed is our neighbors are very helpful. And
Amazing, top notch.
yeah, and always wants to give us a hand. For instance, setting up a dishwasher in our house. He's going to help us with that, our neighbor. So
Ceiling fan. Help us with the laundry, like moving and relocating the laundry, all that stuff.
So we find a lot of people are around here. Well, our neighbor.
Well, there's a couple. I mean, you haven't met most of them, but I've met 2 neighbors that way, and then another neighbor up front.
Yeah, you know Cristian, he's very social.
So all of them are always willing to help. Hey, you need this, just give me a shout. Hey, do you need to borrow my tools? Just come on, knock on the door, borrow the tools, and go ahead, have at it. And it's exactly like that. It's just so phenomenal. And even our neighbor here, as she was saying, he's so great. He has this tractor, and at any point he goes to me, anytime that you want to do any type of clearing of the wood in the back, let me know. We set up a weekend, hit it.
Nice.
So it's amazing, just the amount of help that everybody has.
Number 4.
We already touched on it, is again driving to get anywhere. We live in rural, so we understand we're in the middle of nowhere. So if we want to go to like Home Depot, 20-30 minute drive. If we need to go to a supermarket, 20-30 minute drive. So we understand it, but that's the big difference. We don't have that convenience anymore.
I'm just going up the street 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But you know what? One of the good things about that, being that distance, the drive is so nice.
Number 5.
Living in a rural area, we don't have city water. So what we live off of is a well system, and there's no sewage system, city sewage. We have a septic tank. So that was kind of different for us, and learning how to use it. Like the plumbing is top notch. It's not, we're not in the
Same,
Flintstones,
no
okay?
difference, yeah,
We're
there's
not
no difference.
going to the well and getting buckets to bring in the house to take a bath. Like we do have plumbing, but the plumbing is connected somehow to the well, and the septic tank. The only thing that we're concerned with is what we put into our drain. So we have to be careful not to put like oils and grease and
Thick towels, thick paper, anything like that.
and what was the other thing? Oh, chemicals. The type of chemicals
Yeah.
we use to clean inside the house. So septic tank, there's not really a lot of maintenance we found out from the previous owners, but we do it does need to get serviced. I think maybe 2 to 4 years. I don't know. We have a lot of people living in our house. So.
Yeah, you know what? And there's like conflicting information because we get it from neighbors and we get it from other people that have had like a septic system. And they'll say, between 3 to 5 years, you clean it once, and then again,
We don't clean it.
repeat.
We get somebody to clean it.
Number 6.
So we do have a furnace. It does work off of propane here because we don't have any natural gas lines or anything that's connected again to city.
So natural gas line meaning Enbridge to heat our home.
Yeah. There's no gas piping underneath or to the streets or to the municipality, right?
So we have these huge propane tanks. We have 5 on the property, 2
Yeah.
to heat the house, one to heat the
pool.
pool, and is it 2 or 1 for the generator?
Two for the generator.
So generators, which is awesome. So do you remember that year we had that ice storm and people were
Caused
out
a
of
blackout.
and people were out of power? Well, this house was generated it could generate for a week, have power for a week.
With 0 interruptions at the same capacity that we're using it now.
So that's amazing.
Yeah.
But oh my goodness, I got the first bill. 3 weeks of propane use in the house just because it was cold. We moved in end of January.
It was expensive.
The bill was over $400.
So during that time that we were using the furnace is because we were waiting for the approval to use our wood stove to heat the home. The whole house and everything.
Approval from our insurance company.
Right. So when we got it, as soon as we got it, and it kind of coincided with the same time that we got the bill, we started using the furnace. We had our neighbor show us how to use that wood stove furnace, and ever since then, it's been like this, and the house gets hot. It's unbelievable how much that one wood stove would heat that whole home, and so much better, so much cleaner. Her fear about burning the wood in the house was that the house would get smoky or you'd have that wood burning smell in the house. Nothing. Clean.
Number 7.
Out here is fantastic. No road rage, nothing. Everyone is so easygoing. They let you go. There's no problems. There's no qualms. Everybody says hello to everyone as they drive by. It's great. But as soon as I drive into the city, man, that's when it goes hectic, crazy. Everyone is so impatient. And I feel it right away when I start to enter maybe about after 40 minutes of driving on the road. It takes me about an hour and 20 to get to the city. So as soon as I'm 40 minutes into the drive, I can tell right away the switch of something being so serene and calm to hectic, and my blood pressure just shoots right up, and I can't take it when I'm driving in the city. So as soon as I'm done work and I come back home, the drive towards home, calm.
Let me put it this way. You ever been out in Sunday morning driving? There's no one on the road. That's how it is every day here, living in
At
rural.
every time.
Yeah, any time of day.
Any time of day, it's exactly
Sunday
that.
driving.
Yeah, beautiful.
Number 8.
Like I find myself some mornings I'll wake up early, like about 6:30, and just step outside with the dogs just to walk around. And you go back there, or you're in front of the house or in the porch or whatever, and calmness.
As opposed to the city where you constantly hear sirens, fire trucks or police trucks.
People
or,
honking.
Yeah.
Wheels squealing. Someone pumping up their music super loud, or even squealing their wheels for no reason, or racing down your road.
And do I miss it? No.
Number 9.
We touched on it already, is our neighbors. Our neighbors, like we did have nice neighbors in the city.
But it took us about 5 years, honestly, to kind of, between the hellos, to kind of develop any type of, I don't know if it's trust or comfortability with your neighbors. It's weird.
Like, for instance, we lived in Scarborough for almost 8 years, and we lived in a detached home. And for our neighbors to come over, to approach us, to take that first step and say, or even say, welcome to the neighborhood, took years. Here, we were here within a week because people have lives. They have to work. And when they did have time, they came over and
brought us cake and wine.
Bottle of wine for me.
And like open arms, welcome here. They took us on a little tour of the property to see what's what. Talking about the whole property itself, because they've been here. They've been living here for about 23 or 25 years.
They're pure Canadian. Like they have their parents, and then their parents or grandparents. It's just a whole line of
hunters, farmers, all that.
Like in the city, you hardly find a true Canadian. Like everybody like is from another country.
Mixed culturally or whatever.
Culturally. Maybe that's why they're not so approachable. I don't know.
But here, right off the bat, like, hey man, you need any help with anything? Let me know, man. Call me up. Here's my phone number. Here's my email. I do this, by the way. In the summer it'll be like this. It's just like all these different friendly invitations to discover and just to allow us to kind of grow as new like homesteaders and new farmers, right? And providing so much information, so much, and it was not like pulling teeth. Like back in Scarborough with our neighbors, it was pulling teeth. Hey, how you doing?
Okay, Christian. Rambling
But
again.
here it's like this.
Okay. Done?
Number 10.
Oh, number 10. You put this down there, and you said weather. Is the weather different out here?
Listen, all I know is that in the city, they'll say it's minus... you know what? In the winter, January, there's one day that it was minus 15 in Toronto.
Okay.
Over here, it was minus 25. Same day, same morning. It hit hard. And I think it has to do with the fact that we're in a valley.
Maybe.
Where maybe all the wind is being tunneled within that area or something, but man, what a difference.
Yeah, I guess I agree with that. I could see that it being colder out here. I noticed that. Yeah, I had to put on gloves.
Yeah, quite a bit. And now that the sun is coming out, my God, we get a lot of sun.
Oh, and we did get more snow.
More snow, a lot more snow, yeah.
So let's see how the summer goes.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's our top 9?
Top 10.
Top 10?
I think it was
top 10 comparisons.
Ciao.